Subscribe my channel. Mobile phone updates. Here I've introduced you iPhone 16. Are this year's changes that significant, and is this phone worth upgrading to? I'm Will for GSM Marina, and let's find out in our iPhone 16 review. This is our last video from this studio. In fact, the movers have already gotten started good as new, right? I think we're ready to go. Apple has been introducing new features to its vanilla iPhones drop by drop. It's something that we're used to design and build by now. Last year's iPhone 15 brought a dynamic island selfie cutout and a revamped main camera, and the new iPhone 16 packs a revamped ultra-wide cam with autofocus and action key and a new hardware button for the cameras. There have been a few refinements here and there as well, like the redesigned camera bump rather than the square with offset cameras. Now there's a more elegant vertical arrangement, otherwise you get the same compact weight and dimensions as last year. And again, there's the flat back made of corn and glass and an aluminum frame, and of course there's IP68 on-rest protection, and on the iPhones it's rated for submersion to a depth of 6 m. The display also hasn't changed like last year's model. The iPhone 16 has a 6.1 in OLED panel protected by ceramic screen. Specs and features: shield glass, and it has just a 60 Hz refresh rate. Apple still hasn't upgraded the refresh rate on its vanilla iPhones because of this. Swiping and scrolling on the iPhone 16 doesn't feel as smooth as on the higher-end iPhones, and basically any Android phone these days would come with a high refresh rate screen. There's no always-on display support either. The performance of this display is the same as last year. The bezels aren't as thin as on the Pro models, but there's still a sharp pixel density of 460 ppi and support for HD10 and Dolby Vision video, and with True Tone colors look consistent in various lighting conditions, and there's plenty of brightness for comfortable use outdoors. We measured around 815 nits maximum with the manual slider, and this could boost to over 1,700 nits in auto mode, slightly brighter than last year. The dynamic island functionality is back to around the selfie cutout. The UI can display relevant info and shortcuts. This pill-shaped cutout houses both the selfie camera and a 3D ToF sensor, which enables Apple's secure Face ID, which you'll use for biometrics. There's no fingerprint reader here. The iPhone 16 has a pair of stereo speakers for your audio, and they have very good loudness. The sound quality is excellent. Stereo speakers test with a balanced audio and rich output across the music board, and the phone can come with 128, 256 or 512 gigs of storage on board. Of storage options, course that's not expandable through micro SD. The new iPhone come with Apple's latest iOS 18 out of the box. It's essentially the same as what were iOS 18 and UI used to with iOS, but with a few new features and personalization options. We'll be doing a deep dive into iOS 18 and we'll link that video here when it's ready. The action key was exclusive to last year's iPhone Pro models, but now it's made its way to the vanilla iPhone 16. It's a button you can assign to open one of a few pre-zoom. Take care. Goodbye.